Go down. Where's my partners at? Dang. Didn't even hear it come up. Swiss cheese. Whoa. Alright, now I'm flanking.
Alright. What time is it?
They fighting, moving in.
10:36.
What in the what? This girl's getting on my nerves. She stuck around me again. The last time I couldn't hear her. Twice. Okay, I'm whizzed off. She. Yes, we do. Marcello too. And we got somebody that's not moving. I have no idea. Hold on. So he shot me in the back again. It's true. It's our job. And there's only 3 of us. You want to surrender? Man, forget you. No one surrenders. Never give up. Never surrender. Yep, me too. Surrender. How am I on fire right now? I got bots with my shield up. That's stupid.
Right on time. I myself only arrived moments ago. Did you enjoy your visit to the Jade Chamber?
It was so big and pretty and
She's running around. She's running around.
Paimon's never seen such a fancy schmancy place before.
Indeed. It's second
Can't
to
dodge
none
at
in
all.
all of Liyue. Then you met with Ningguang, I trust? What did you talk about with her?
She's super rich and so generous. Paimon thinks she's very friendly. Yeah, his take on Ningguang is quite different from
Flame.
Paimon's.
Flame!
That even the tactless Yuheng is more trustworthy than her.
Oh. So you also met with Keqing then? What did she have to say?
If you can flank Josh, I'll try to hold it here.
The time of the Adepti has long
Get him from
passed.
behind him.
If even the Liyue Qixing don't want to face that truth, then what future is there for Liyue?
No respect for the divine. Indeed, contrary to the ever-bold Keqing, Ningguang is more of a businesswoman at heart. Though they are both members of the Qixing. Although she's friendly, there's no way of clearly discerning her true intentions.
Don't run.
Yes, she has only relied on herself to rise to her current position. No ordinary person could ever achieve that. It's said that she's the one behind the constant expansion of the Jade Chamber.
Where is my...
It's the second most important thing to her.
He's healing
Even
her
if she
partner.
ever gave up the position of Tianquan, she would never give up the Jade Chamber.
The Jade Chamber is only second. What's the most important thing to her then?
Why, Mora, of course.
Sure. A partner.
All Ningguang talked about was the Fatui this and the Fatui that. She said that after Rex Lapis was murdered, the Fatui have constantly been trying to sink their fingers into Liyue, and that they aren't to be trusted.
That is how the Fatui have always been.
No bats to
It
faces.
doesn't surprise me in the least. No matter what they may be planning, you must be careful when dealing with the Fatui. Always be on your guard.
So, is there anything we need to get for the rite of parting in Dihua Marsh?
Yes, as a matter of fact, there is. Today, we'll be gathering wild glaze lilies.
Glaze lilies? But why did we come all the way out here? Doesn't the garden in Yujing Terrace have some? Even Qingse Village has glaze lilies. Oh, right! Paimon remembers that Madame Ping is always tending to flowers. Maybe we could ask her.
No. Those lilies have all been gardened by people. They won't do it all. Dihua Marsh used to be full of
That's how I
glaze
feel
lilies.
right now.
It is a sort of joyful flower that listens to human song. Before the Archon War, Dihua Marsh was all dry land and fertile soil. But the war caused landslides, and the land was flooded, turning it into the marsh you see now. Nearly all the glaze lilies were wiped out. Of course, there are some kinds of flowers that have been preserved and gardened by people in the city. But very few people know that glaze lilies may still be found in the
Yep.
wild.
After that match,
Wild glaze lilies have the strongest
partner
fragrance.
left, the other one wanted to
If we
quit.
want to follow the true tradition of the rite of parting, we must grind up the wild
Man,
lilies and
that's what
place
they
the
were
powder
doing.
in a censer of everlasting incense. But I'll need your assistance in gathering these flowers.
They were just ganging up on her. That was it. We were tearing them up individually.
That's correct. Your singing will surely bring out the strongest fragrance from the flowers.
So how
Wonder
good
if I
is
should
your
get
singing?
him. Alright. Hunker down time.
Why doesn't Paimon believe you?
We'll only know once he starts singing.
Oh, great. We got Nori the noob.
That number doesn't tell me the
Mr. Incredible. Hey, hold you down. I think we do. Yeah, we do. Give me a OG down.
Windblade!
So mess with my friends.
I don't want your suffering. I don't want your future.
Future.
Blueberries, blueberries. I want all the blueberries.
Going straight at it. Knock him down.
It's time to sing.
I already got flankers on my end. Boom. Got them both down. The last person. Oh!
What happened? These flowers
Took out
are
two people.
jumping.
Last one took my
They're
leftovers.
Really angry. Is it because you sang a song for Mondstadt that they don't understand here in Lille?
Why you be saying OG down?
Orders received. Leave it all to me. I'm the frying pan. You're toast.
Nope. OG down. Get out of here.
Leave it all to me. I'm the frying pan.
OG down. I'm holding it right here. And I ain't gonna stop. Oh, you think you just spit? Okay.
I'm the frying pan.
Say it. Say OG down. Say OG down. Alright, me and OG down, we going at it. Mine. Yeah.
Boba, get them.
OG down. Watch out, Josh, right side.
Disappear! Windblade!
Wheel of life. Steady as stone. Boba, get them.
Bye.
Windblade!
Yeah, I had the last laugh.
Those Those weren't glaze lilies. Glaze lilies wouldn't hit people.
Oh, they have a stink.
This little monster is known as a whopper flower. Strange. These petals look interesting. The glaze lilies
Hey,
used
Josh, you
as
got
a
quiet in your
disguise
butt
were buried with the whopper flower for too long.
Josh, where'd you
The
go?
result seems to have surprisingly potent medicinal value. Let's collect what we can of these petals.
Well, that's nice and all, but will those petals be useful for the rite of parting?
Unfortunately, no.
Yeah, now.
So lame.
Excuse me. Are you searching for glaze lilies?
Oh, hey, it's... What's her face? Kinda can't remember.
Hello, traveler. I'm surprised you still remember my name. Ah, that reminds me. How was your visit to the Jade Chamber?
Well, it sure would have been better if you told us how to get up there.
Didn't I tell you the way? Surely I did.
Nope, we found the way on our own.
Not for long.
Oh, I see. Uh-oh. I guess I really did forget to tell them.
Something seems a little off about Ganyu. She's acting different from the first time we met. Where's her serious attitude now?
Ah, well, I met
That
you at that
shot
time
in
as
my
an
right
emissary of
side.
the Tianquan. But now I am simply out on a stroll
You're
to see
too
the
late,
flowers.
Josh. You're too
You
late.
came all the way out here to see the
Shot me
flowers?
before you took him
Why
out.
not just enjoy the gardens of the city?
OG down, bro. OG down.
Yujing Terrace is where Rex Lapis parted from this world. If I strolled through those lonely gardens now, I wouldn't be able to bear it. Whenever my duties take me near Yujing Terrace these days, I draw the windows to block my view of the gardens.
Read that tight, wipes.
Oh, sorry. We shouldn't have brought it up.
No, it's quite all right. I just haven't processed my emotions yet.
Oh, I'm getting a bed.
When the Archon War came to its end 2,000 years ago,
I'm that
the
close
first
up. I'm
iteration
gonna
of the Seven would gather in
put
Liyue
a
and
bed
drink
right
with
on
Rex
his
Lapis.
face.
But 5 of those original 7 had already passed before Rex Lapis. It's truly
You got
a
it
changing
again.
of the guard. Yes. Now that the spirit of Rex Lapis has
Really?
returned to the heavens, only Barbados of Mondstadt remains of the first 7. The other 5, including Inazuma's Raiden Shogun, are no longer the same friends from 2,000 years ago. Of the current 7 Archons, the youngest is Sumeru's god of Dendro. He is merely 500 years old, whereas Rex Lapis was more than 6,000 years old at the time of his passing. This means that Liyue had been under Rex Lapis's rule from the moment it was first founded 3,700 years ago. The city has never had to bid farewell to its deity.
So what do you think of this farewell?
Huh? This is a little sudden.
Back your hair. I
As a
like that.
mortal, I've never dared to imagine a Liyue without Rex Lapis. But as an Adeptus, I think I will eventually come to grips with reality. Since Rex Lapis has passed, the time of Liyue's contract with the gods and Adepti has now reached its end.
Huh? Did you just say as an adept?
You don't even know I'm here yet.
Yes, I am a mix of human and Chi.
Oh, choosing to. Ouch!
Adeptus blood flows through my veins.
You didn't see
I
me,
fought
beans?
for Rex Lapis and the city of Liyue during the Archon War. After the war ended,
Like
I
you
signed
blew
a
up my thing like it
contract
was
with
nothing. I
Rex
thought you
Lapis
saw
and
me.
took the position as secretary for the Qixing. I've continued those duties to this very day.
Oh yeah. I've acquired the bet. I maxed it out.
Well,
Next time I'm close up to
Let's
somebody.
save that conversation for another day.
Pulling this out.
You say that you are here looking
Yes.
for glaze lilies? I also know where wild glaze lilies can be found. See, I've just picked one myself. Here, you
I
may
will.
have it if you wish.
We dare not refuse it.
Oh, so
Mm-hmm.
did you sing a song before you picked the lily?
Indeed, I did. I know this
Just hold it
tradition
down
well.
first.
In fact, I sang a local Liyue ballad to it.
Wow, so you really know your stuff too. Thanks, Gunyu.
Hold you down.
No, it is you who I should be thanking. If not for this chance meeting,
I know, I hear you, I hear you.
I never thought that I would be able
I
to
got more than
contribute
one.
to the upcoming farewell for our ancient lord. If you would excuse me,
One down?
I should return to my work now. Good luck.
I don't see the other one
And
yet.
that just about does it. Our preparations for the rite of parting are mostly finished.
It's bad
Given
time.
the
Huh?
ease of picking
Come on,
glaze
get
lilies,
him.
I think this was a fitting end to our tasks, in more ways than one.
Am I picking you up?
Paimon can already
Oh,
imagine
no.
him starting a business in Liyue.
Oh!
I've had enough ventures in my life already. Beginning a new undertaking is always difficult at first, and requires no small amount of effort. And once business is at full steam, the stress of it all only wears on you over time. So you must be careful
I
to
got
take
him.
the time
It's
to
all
step
good.
back
I'm coming.
and re-examine yourself.
Back to
If
the
left
face too.
unchecked, the wear and tear on your heart may go well past mending.
Wow. See? Zhongli sounds like he's already seen it all. Alright, I think it's about time we head back to Liyue Harbor now.
Back your head. He's I'm sneaking too. Back his head. Whoa! Up top, sniper, sniper! Bye. Got you, didn't I? Ah! Oh! Oh, but someone on top of us again. Dude. Not mine. Yeah.
What happened? The city gate is swarming with Millilith and...
Get that nigga.
Is it too late?
This atmosphere is highly abnormal. It seems as though something big has happened. We should ask around a little, just to be safe.
Yep.
Ah, you're the consultant to Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. Mr. Zhongli, I
Ping,
presume.
ping. Down.
The Millilith are watching our every move now. These are desperate times. We mustn't act rashly.
Oh yeah.
Desperate times?
I think I like
The
to keep it in my
Adepti of Julian
hands.
Karst are finally on the move.
Do they intend to exercise force?
Most likely. I've heard that some members of the Qixing have already gone to meet them. Well, I say meet, but it's more like they're attempting to stall the Adepti outside the city. However, both sides were quite obstinate and hid an impasse.
It seems inevitable, given the current situation.
The Adepti do not acknowledge the Qixing.
There
They
you
only acknowledge the contracts of the Geo-Archon. If the two sides come to blows, Liyue Harbor will be in no position to stop them.
Check.
Surely the Liyue Qixing are not the sort to give in so easily.
Their boneheadedness is known throughout the lands. Yet it's because of that obstinacy that mortals and Adepti are now on the verge of conflict.
And what now? How is it that the Fatui
What's
have
up,
come
guys?
to fire?
For glory!
That's all Ningguang's doing.
Ping.
She proclaimed
Can y'all
that
hear
in
me?
these tumultuous times,
Yes,
the Millilith
we
must
can.
rein in the actions
We
of
would
the
be
Fatui.
honored if you joined us.
Only now do they want to
Oh,
start
okay,
keeping
well, send
tabs
me
on
an
us?
invite and I will.
That's how you say it.
That's the Qixing for you.
I like the
Anyway,
light of
Mr. Zhongli, you're one of Child's close associates.
Yeah, I was just playing some Street
Please
Fighter.
understand
doing
that your
some
actions will
practice on
reflect
Street
on
Fighter
us.
Alpha.
Don't let anyone catch you off guard.
Oh, Anna,
Looks like
Anna,
things are about to
Anna wants to
boil
brag
over
about her
in Liyue
cooking real quick.
Harbor.
Here, let me hand over the headphones. Hang
Sure.
on, hang on.
Do you intend to use your
Toilet
neutral
of
identity
death.
as an intermediary between both sides?
Hello.
Or will you use
Greetings.
your sword to turn the balance?
Hey.
Neither
Hi.
path is an easy one.
No, I was just telling
Oh,
Chad
by
to
the
tell
way,
you
Mr.
guys that I made
Zhongli,
him some shrimp
We've
tacos.
heard that the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor has also been caught up in all of this. They're currently squaring off with the authorities at the gates.
Things are taking a turn for the worse.
middle of the night in the face.
I'm afraid I must leave you to handle things.
Oh, at least it wasn't
back at
below the
Wangsheng
belt.
Funeral Parlor. I hope that
Right.
Master Hu has been able to keep things under control for the moment.
Yeah, I found this
Consider your
recipe
next course of
online,
action carefully, traveler.
and you make like
If
the
you're trying
batter,
to prevent an explosion,
and you fry up the
it may
shrimp,
be wisest
and
to
then
look for the
you just
views
make like
first.
the kind of like a Mexican style coleslaw, like tomato and avocado and the purple cabbage and the cilantro, lime, and then you can put onion in it. I don't always do. And then you put I usually put that first, and you can either do tacos or tostadas. I'm eating it like a tostada, but I made Chad tacos. And so I put that first, and then I put the shrimp on top, and then I put more avocado on it, and then I put it's like a sour cream sauce, and it has lime, sour cream, mayonnaise, the Mexican mayonnaise, and then this chipotle spice, and then a little bit of garlic, and then you mix that all together. Oh, and cilantro. You mix that all together, and then it makes like a sauce, and then you put that on top of the shrimp, and then on top of that you put just a regular salsa, like whatever color you want, red or green. So I made all that for Chad. Okay, well, mostly for
You
Chad.
should say you're awesome for that.
I know, Chad eats good all the time. Last night I made him some Caribbean chicken, like the jerk chicken, with some greens.
Yeah. Well, they're on both ends, actually. Did you cook in olive oil?
Huh?
Olive oil. Did you fry in olive oil?
No, I use avocado oil. Yeah. Do what?
We're gaming at the at the same time talking. We're listening.